Hello, this is Steve from Beto's Leatherworks. Today's project is, these are the Trunk Show Natural Shell Cordovan 5th Street boots from Allen Edmonds. These are my personal boots. I specifically ordered them in this shade so I could give it a marbled look. And some companies do offer that marbled leather. I figured that I could buy it natural and then do my own version of what I like. Also, we're gonna remove everything from the bottom, put a split welt, black split welt, put some speed hooks, silver eyelets, and do some funky soles on the bottom. All right, let's get started. So I saw a pair of boots that this Japanese or Chinese maker had done, and it was phenomenal. The marbling on the exterior, it was just phenomenal. I figured I would just try to do something similar, not the same, because marbling is not really a standard way of doing it. You can just do it in every surface, every texture turns out differently. It's not like dyeing a pair of shoes black and you just dye it and you're done, you know. So it's my version of marbling. Well, it's some sort of a marbling or a patina. I don't even know what to call it. It's not a. We'll see what it turns out like. So now basically we're going to tear apart a $700 pair of boots that we got and convert them to what I would like it to be. I'm so used to taking shoes apart by removing the soles that I really didn't have to cut the soles up. I could just start it from the midsole area. So that's what we're doing now. Since we're going to change everything, gotta take that apart. Oh. Screw it. All right, all that's got to come apart. We're going to take this shank out, and we're going to put a metal shank in there, a 3-rib shank, just to kind of beef it up a little bit. I love that part. Of course, I wanted to take it apart in one piece to show you, but because I'm making a video, it starts acting up. Yeah, there you go. That's it. See? But it always gets stuck into right in this area because the stitches overlap. And it gets a little stubborn as far as taking that apart. But I'm more stubborn. She getting there. There she goes. All right. Let's see if we can do this in one. Taking it apart is the easy part. Taking it apart is the easy part. Now we get to work on the uppers. Yes. Cool boots. A bit of acetone. Lightly wipe it down. Now shell Cordovan is pretty tough to stretch at the toe. So this particular one, I could tell the manufacturer had a little bit issues, and it was try to cover it up in the end, try to, you know, put some polish or color or something to make it look better. Because when you stretch that shell, it's really hard at the toe area to kind of not do any damage. Now let these dry for a little bit. Then we'll come back and add some color to it. So these are shell Cordovan pieces. This is the navy blue. Okay. And this is the color number 8. Now this is the small piece. The larger pieces are 2 hindquarters. Now shell Cordovan are the hindquarters of a horse. So when you have the large piece are both connected together. This is the small piece, which is the one side only. Whenever you marble the shell, you do them in this, you know, in these pieces. Basically, you just kind of, it's like watercoloring almost. You know, you just put the dye and you swirl it, and you give it different textures. So when it comes to the boot, you can't just marble the whole thing. You got to do it in pieces, because each piece is cut from, most of the time, a different section. Even though if it was the same piece, it would still have different variations of lines or colors, and when it's been dyed. So when we get to try to marble this, for example, the toe cap, we'll put a masking tape right at the vamp here and just do the toe cap, and then vice versa, mask that while you're doing the vamp in different shades and different patterns. So you get the idea when, you know, how we're going to do it. Now, I don't know if this is the right way to do it. This is the way I'm doing it. So, you know, everybody's to each his own. And this is the way I like it. I think it's going to look cool. It's my boots. Even if I don't like it, I could always dye it black, right? Who cares? All right, let's continue. Now, the reason I'm not masking anything, because I want to do just a little bit of red. Just some spots. And we're going to go to our green. I can't find my latex gloves. These are going to have to do. So there's no right or wrong way of doing this. You know, you just do whatever you feel like doing, you know. And we're using Phoebing's dye. Again, you can do whatever you want. even though my cordless is cordless, but the battery is dead. That's why I've got to attach that too, so we can get some power. Again, if you want to experiment, you know, try not to experiment on $700 pair of boots, but get yourself some, I guess, pieces of leather or something to practice on. With this, I'm kind of, you know, if something doesn't look good, something doesn't look right, I can always dye over it to a darker shade. But I really don't care. I'm going to just do what the heck I want to do and keep my fingers crossed and see what happens. So, we'll see. Some people might not like it. Some people might like it. Who knows? To each his own. This is how I imagine it. So, all right, let's continue. What a freaking mess. Oh, Lord. All right, next we get to remove the eyelets, put our speed hooks and our silver eyelets together. Then we're going to go ahead and sew the welt on. Let's continue. All right, so the top three holes, top three eyelets are going to be a little bit larger than the lower ones because this is going to be the structural support for speed hooks we want to put in. Stud speed hooks. These are phenomenally strong. Once we finish the eyelets, we'll change the setting on the machine and we'll put the speed hooks on. And I'll show you guys that one also. All right, let's continue. She getting there? I don't know. I like these for some reason, these speed hooks. Much more sturdier than what the manufacturers put on. This is a solid brass eyelet and the speed hooks. Even though they're silver, still solid brass. Now little scratches like this, we'll work that out, not a big deal. The dye is still fresh and you're going to get little scuffs here and there, but once it's done we'll go ahead and condition it one more time and then wax it, and then she'll look much better than what she is now. A little later I'll show you guys the boot maker who I saw the pictures of. That kind of inspired me for this job. Now, I'm nowhere near the patina. Well, I don't know if he gave the patina or not. I think it came like that from Horween. But either way, it's a phenomenal boot that he made. I'll show you guys that. And when I saw these at that Allen Edmonds was offering at the trunk show, I'm like, Ideas just started popping in my head. And once ideas come in my head, I gotta get it out of my head. I gotta get rid of it. I gotta finish the project in order so I can sleep at night. All right, let's continue. My friends are awake today. Maybe I should move closer to the door over there so we can hear them better. Better? This is what we call a split welt. got a vertical piece that goes on the uppers, just like that, rather than a flat welt. It had a flat welt. I'm converting into a split welt. So now we get to have the fun time of stitching the welt on. I gotta find my needle now, my jerk needle. The jerk's gotta go find the jerk needle. Wonderful idea of taking it literally outside and stitching the welt on. I love listening to the birds. So cool. Growing up, my dad had finches. I mean, really, really cool birds. You can literally see the birds getting excited when my dad came home, you know, and he would literally talk to them and the birds would be singing back. It's so cool. I don't have any birds. I don't have any more pets. My dog's gone. And I don't know if I can do another heartache. The bad part about being on the street, you can hear the traffic going by too. It's okay. We'll muffle that out and just listen to the nature. jinx myself. This is just to put fabric between the two layers of leather, so over time it doesn't come loose and start rubbing against each other and squeaking. I guess we can say it's hammer time. Spitting all over the shoe. And this is the sole we're going to put on. Itchhide. Itchhide. Jeez. Can't pronounce the damn thing. And this is part of the Day-Night Corporation. Now, I don't think this sole is available anymore. This is old stock. I've had this thing for a long time and I just didn't know what to do with it. You know, like something will come along, you know? And sure enough, I'm going to apply it to my boots. Generally, these type of soles are very tricky because the shape of the boot needs to be the shape of that pattern, or else it doesn't look good at all once it's, you know, cut and stitched. I think this might be okay. We'll find out. Oh, it's hammer time! We have a complainer about I'm making, what did he say? I'm asking too many times to subscribe. Oh no. Oh. The reason I do that is that when I look at the numbers, there's like 80% viewers haven't subscribed. And I was curious, why is that? And I think it would be kind of nice to see the numbers go up a little bit. Sure, why not? I mean, I don't know if I care that much, but it's kind of cool, you know? Maybe I care. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. For the subscribes guy, I hope he subscribed. What's the big deal, you know? We're trying to grow the channel. Oh, I guess some people just don't like my dry humor. It's okay. It's funny, if you look back on the videos, there's always like anywhere from like 8 to 10 thumbs down. I think it's the same people who do that. Oh, jeez. All right. Damn, not bad at all. Pretty much centered, not too bad. All right, we're getting there. Let's continue. Now, with the rubber soles, I do open a channel, but it's not very deep. It's just scoring the surface of the rubber. You don't want it too deep because as you stitch it, the tension might break right through the sole. Sometimes I get lucky. Sometimes. Very cool. Now, I know some of you guys are going to ask, what the hell is this? I created these about 20 years ago when I was living upstairs above the shop. This was underneath the bar, holding the bar top up. Okay, I have a few of them. They're 5-inch I-beams. I still have them here. I don't want to get rid of them. I kind of think they're cool. So that's what that's about. So I actually had them welded and took them upstairs and made the bar out of them. Memories. All right, see that tree right there? That's a poplar tree. That's not an oak tree, right? That's a poplar tree. When I was building the property, right on this is the property line right here, about a couple of feet away. We share that tree between that property owner and me. Right on this property line, there were a bunch of dead leaves, and I'm sorry, a bunch of dead trees and overgrown leaves and overgrown weeds. So I went to the property owner. That was Mr. Anderson back then. I said, Mr. Anderson, I'm building over here. Do you mind if I clean all that up? So I clean all that up. We cut down the dead trees. We're getting ready to cut this tree down. The Falls Church arborist comes and screaming bloody murder, saying that you're going to go to jail, you can't be cutting trees, and blah, blah, blah. Long story short, I saved the tree. I got a tree protection plan. We got a crow over there eating my trash. Got a tree protection plan, got insurance for it, hand dug around it, not to bother the roots, whatever. I build my building, trees there. Fast forward 10 years later, these guys wanted to come in next door, which is a high-rise apartment buildings, like 185 condos. And the city said, oh yeah, you can take the tree down. I'm like, ho, 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 ho. What are you talking about? You told me 10 years ago I couldn't take that tree down. Now you're telling them they can cut it down? Oh, because they have more money than I do? Anyway, long story short, the project was held like 8 months. The guy almost bailed out on the project because of that tree. Now, it wasn't his fault. It was the city's fault, because same codes, same law, same rules apply to everybody, not just me. So that was many, many years ago. They built a condominium building, saved the tree. I made them do exactly what I did. Hand dug around the roots, made sure that it didn't get interrupted, had a tree protection, had insurance on it. If it fails years down the road, they're responsible for it. So far so good. It has dropped a couple of limbs here and there, but it seems to be holding pretty well. So I was on the front page of the Falls Church News Press one year. I can't remember what year it was, but it was kind of silly, you know. But you know, hey, you know, if the rules apply to me, it should apply to everybody else. It's very simple. So that's the story behind that tree. Let's continue. All right, so I'm still reading some comments about how to get a hold of me, where we're located, questions about repairs. All right, so this is the main YouTube page, Beato's Leatherworks, right? All you gotta go to About, right here. If you click on that, all the information is right here. You see all that? All right, let me lower that so you can see it. Name, phone number, address, email, everything is right there for you guys to get a hold of me. Now, same time, I said it last time, if you want to go to the community section area right here, there's a nice video of family story on the Oh No Coffee's channel. This is the third video. You can check out the first and the second also on his channel. Now, you guys got to understand, I've got over 330 videos, okay? 334 videos. If each one of those videos have 10 comments, that's a lot of comments that I've got to keep up with. Please, if you have something to ask as far as repairs for your item, just email it to me. And you should get a response saying that, automated response that we received your email, we'll get back to you as soon as we can. If I don't get back to you, it's possible I missed your email. So you can try to send another one, it's okay. So I'll try my best to answer it in a timely manner. All right, let's continue. We are done with another project. This was a cool project. I know this was for me. I've always, I've had the boots for a long time and I wanted to do it and just couldn't find the time. And finally last night, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to come in early and just try to knock it out and just get it done. So I got it done. So I appreciate you guys joining me. If you guys have any questions, email me, betos@yahoo.com, and give it a thumbs up. That kind of helps the algorithms of YouTube to keep the video going. And we'll see you guys again on the next project. All right, take care.